Music coming from? Is that not you guys?
That's not us.
Okay, never mind. Forget
Speaking of
that.
music, am I going to sing the intro again?
No. No, I want to do the intro right now.
Okay.
It's too late. It's happened again. Damn it. Welcome, guys, to the 41st episode of the Dapper Gaming Podcast for December 8th. That's a 1 and a 4.
It's this many.
That's a 1 and a 4 to me.
Jazz hands. So, with us this week, or well, with me this week, as always, Tyler, because he's on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm just part of this thing, you know.
He's here every week.
Yeah.
And then we got Dustin.
Unfortunately, again.
Yeah, he's back. And then we got Brody. He's down that way.
Hey, I'm a person.
He's a person.
No, I'm not. That's a lie.
No, that's all you'll know about him. He's a person.
Yes.
No,
So, Brody,
he's just a puppet that I created.
What qualifies you to be on this podcast where we don't do anything?
Well, first off, nothing.
Nothing qualifies
I have
you.
no qualification. No.
No geek cred whatsoever.
No geek. No, I run a gaming news show called The Basics with Brody Burnick, and it's on the geek news section over at Geek Juice Media. And I also have been involved with them for around 2 years now. Isn't that right, Dustin? Because I got involved like a month and a half or 2 months after you.
Yeah. It hasn't been 2 years. I've been there since early last year, 2012.
Okay,
so you were probably around the summer of last year.
I was in the summer. So yeah. I went on the Mentalcast. I do an improv show called You Can't Be Serious, and do a lot of gaming streams, but I never actually play the games. I just cry. It's not fair.
I'm sorry if I don't seem super here.
Excellent.
Last night was a really long night.
I cause all the crying.
Yeah, actually, I'm just an amazing actor. I'm an amazing actor. That's why my crying was so convincing.
I did that for him to make him feel better.
Ryan,
Yeah.
did you have riots in your town last night?
No, why would we have riots?
Just wondering. We had riots.
Gosh, you
Michigan
had
State
riots?
won.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I didn't partake in any, but I got the.
Should have burned a couch. That's the UK way. That's how they do down in Lexington. They burn couches.
And then
Michigan's different, but I mean.
And
No,
then they
they burn
rob
couches
and
too.
burn down the factories and distribution warehouses of small independent records.
Wait, really? When did
That's
this
what happened That's what happened in the UK during those big riots. They're like, we're gonna burn down this warehouse where all of the for all the distribution of music, except that it was owned by Sub Pop and 10 other indie record labels. And not by Sony.
Why couldn't it be though?
So then they just basically robbed and looted people who didn't have a whole lot of money.
Oh, my camera keeps going blurry. Thanks,
Because you
Microsoft.
moved too close to it.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
know.
your face, man.
Yeah, just move close like I do. You know, just this close.
No, I'll just not move and it'll have to autofocus.
So, I'm sorry if I kind of not here. Last night was just real long. Real long. I don't think I got home until 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Terry was he was a pretty big guy, wasn't he? He treated you right.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
As recommended by Brody, right?
As recommended by me after many times of him giving me a taxi service home. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
What?
I drank a lot of whiskey.
I drink water. No.
That's why I'm not
Because
drinking tonight on the podcast.
Hey, you had to get it out of your system though. Exams are coming.
Yeah, tomorrow morning I have an exam at 7 in the morning.
Oh my god.
Haven't started studying. I was
Good
going to study
job.
today, but I just woke up too late to do that before this.
What kind of person would drink on a professional podcast or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I know, but for real,
I drink on this podcast all the time. It's the only thing I do.
oh my god, Dustin.
Oh.
Hey, I feel Ryan. I smell a repeat coming on.
Oh,
This
Jesus.
is I'm getting
Canadians.
flashbacks.
Oh, man.
Escape. There's The Canadians, they're getting crazy, man.
Yeah. No, it's
You're tempting me. You're tempting me, Dustin. I could go grab that bottle of scotch right next to me. I could start drinking it, but
I dare you.
oh, I
Well,
need,
well,
I
come
need
on.
to study.
I Marty McFly you. I dare you.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
no.
So,
Decisions will be made.
man, what you guys been playing this week? Start with Tyler. What did you play this week? Counter-Strike?
yeah. I don't know. This week, like I forgot. Like I don't really remember a lot about this week. I'm gonna be honest right now. I don't like. I think kind of just flew by. I was really busy with school. I know that, so I don't think I really did play that much.
Me too. I was busy until Wednesday, and then Wednesday, it's just like, well, if it's not done, then they're not going to take it in because we're done school. So
Yeah, like
then I was allowed to leave the campus for the first time in a month, and I was like, thank you.
about time.
You know,
It's
Yeah,
nice to like be at home for a
I think-
night.
Thursday night, I like was done with all my major stuff. So I don't know. I've been watching a lot of shows. I haven't really been playing much. So Counter-Strike though, Dota a little bit. Dota's getting really frustrating. A lot
I've
of
been seeing you
trolls.
play a lot of Dota.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, I don't know. I have some friends that'll actually play it with me, and it's better than League for me. So it's a little more interesting. So I get into it, but I don't know. Other than that, I played some Skyrim today. I've been trying to get into that because I have that Dawn Guard DLC that I was talking about for my friend through the family sharing. So that's kind of cool, but I don't know.
I tried to play that, and then I just didn't.
Oh, I did.
I like Dawn Guard. It was okay.
I just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
like Skyrim mechanically in any way. So I'm just like, nah. And
I
the
could see
story
that.
in all of Skyrim is bad.
I just
Oh, yeah,
got
that's-
Skyrim like a couple months ago, and I installed it. I played that first part where you almost get executed and escape the village, and I'm like, I'm
Literally-
gonna go play Morrowind with all
Mm.
these mods and high res stuff that I already have on
See,
it.
the thing is, Skyrim would be so much better when it gets to the age that Oblivion is around now, or maybe a year ago, because Oblivion's so amazing, just based on it being Oblivion. Plus the fact that there's so many great mods that are like so fleshed out. And Skyrim, it's not going to have that yet because it's not that age yet. The only reason
Well,
why
the thing
Oblivion's
with
like that is because it's been going on for years.
Oblivion, after I was kind of Oblivion out, it's just like then I moved on to like Nerim, and I was like, whoa, this is fucking cool. Like that. Have you guys played Nerim?
No.
It's a
Is it-
complete conversion game on its own. Like it's used the engine and stuff, and it's actually pretty good. It's German based. That's the only thing. But
That's
you know,
the only
if you-
downside. It's the Germans.
well, no,
guys.
it's
No,
not.
no.
It's not even that. It's just like it's subtitles. So if you can deal with that, but like the world is nice. Like they make it more accessible for like those people who really, really want to get into like real hardcore RPG instead of the kind of holding hand kind of stuff. And yeah, it's just really interesting in general. It's fun. I like it.
Hmm.
I liked it a lot better than Oblivion, and I loved Oblivion. So.
I still only like Morrowind. I didn't like Oblivion that much. I think the expansion was.
It
cool,
was a
but-
step down, but I'll agree with you. Like Morrowind was just like, yeah, because I'm an old school like Elder Scrolls fan, like all the way back to like Arena and stuff, and even like Redguard and stuff. And what was the other one? There was another one that
Daggerfall.
no, like the spin-off game.
Oh, spin-off game? I can't
It was like
remember.
I want to say like
isn't it like Dungeon or something like?
no,
I'm
I
thinking-
think it's like Broken Spite. It's like something like that, or
yeah.
I like that one. But it wasn't as good, but yeah.
Brody, your mic's gotten really quiet.
Oh, is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry. I was trying to avoid this shadow right here. Just I'm dirty. That's really what that is.
But yeah, the whole explosion of like Skyrim and that kind of stuff is a bit of a turn off also because it all the mods and everything, and I just don't know where to start with the mods and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
hard.
because the mods are like horrendous.
Yeah,
Some
they're not
like-
really polished. There's a few like among them. It's kind of like
Oh, it has nothing to do with the polish. It's like you
There's a
want
lot of-
sexy bikinis.
Yeah.
well, yeah, no, like yeah, there's that too.
That's like all of the mods, though.
Sexy.
Well,
bikini.
I was seeing one that was just like
Sexy
I was
bikini.
just like searching through like YouTube videos and that kind of stuff, just like random mods and top mods that like I should check out for it and stuff. And one of them was like this one that makes the skin texture so like more realistic woman body, warrior bodies, and like they got muscles and like scars and stuff, and it's like that's cool. Doesn't improve like the game.
But graphics, man.
Okay,
I like that aspect of it though.
I like
'Cause-
that too. I like that you can up the texture like in the
ladies.
visuals, but I want more gameplay. That's the whole.
You just gotta
and-
look in the right spot. I mean, Midas's magic adds a ton more spells that are actually useful. I mean, there's a ton of modders that do actually quests, which are like as long as some of the storylines in it. So, yeah, I agree though. It's kind of overwhelming because now that's on the Steam Workshop too. There's too many places to kind of look. So, but
No,
you know,
man, the
like-
Steam Workshop's amazing because unlike when you were using Nexus, you just have to subscribe to shit, and it just
Well,
makes
yeah.
installing mods so much fucking faster.
Nexus
does
made
make
a
it
mod
easier,
manager, and Steam
Yeah,
limits.
and the Nexus mod manager is not that good.
No,
It's-
it's not.
it's okay.
It's
I
not that
just-
good if you're like me and you have like 8 games that they support, and then all of a sudden it's just full of shit.
I don't know. I
agree with that.
I just don't like the fact that Steam doesn't support, like, it doesn't have every single mod on it because there's a like they have
It's
I
because
don't-
they don't support certain files being modified.
right. So I don't know, it's kind of frustrating because I know a lot of like the
But a
main
lot
one
of
that you
people
should look
post
in-
their mods on it still, and then
Yeah,
say
like
just go to
link to it.
Nexus.
Yeah. Sky UI is probably the best one there is. It completely overhauls the UI system.
Sky
and-
UI is necessary, otherwise the inventory is broken.
Yeah. Otherwise,
It's on.
it just
You
looks
can't
terrible.
navigate through it. It's terrible.
yeah.
With the-
because it's meant for consoles, the interface, and it's just like
Which I hate that they really dumbed down the series in general.
Brody, your mic's really quiet still. You-
man,
Just eat the
man,
mic.
is this better? Over.
Oh, my ears, please no. It's not that it's not getting louder though. It's just making an irritating sound. You just need to turn up your mic.
How about now?
No.
This is difficult, man. What is with the world?
There we go.
There we yeah.
I didn't even do anything.
Oh, well then.
What?
It's back to
Wait,
being
wait,
quiet.
wait. It might be on your is on your Skype. Do you have the volume adjust, like auto adjust? Because that might be it.
I can guarantee that's it if it's on.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. There we go. Hello.
I just keep that off in general. So
Yeah.
Is this good?
Yes. It's much
Okay.
better.
All right. Still good at this distance?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want it to be eating it again.
Okay then. Thank you.
All right.
we're just getting like that muffled echo.
Yeah. Are you getting that too, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm hearing
That's
it
from
as well.
Brody's
It's
headset.
from
Ah,
Brody's
God.
headset.
Yeah, back to gaming headset sucking. I turned down my volume, so should be better now.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
So
But I played a little bit of Sonic and All Stars Racing too. So
yeah, because that shit was free this weekend.
well, I have
Hey,
it.
I
But
should-
I just wanted to see what was about it. I just started doing ghost trials to see if I could beat any of them, and it's really fucking hard.
We
So-
need to.
Well, we
need
should,
to stream that this month.
Yeah, I'd be down for that because that's
I'd be down for that. We could do that on the Geek Juice stream and everything, make it
Yeah.
that stuff.
what.
Find 8
Yeah.
people because that's what races
Oh,
are.
we got 4 here,
Yeah, I own
and then
it.
we just clone ourselves,
It's the
by
game so nice I
sacrificing
own it
PC.
twice.
and I think good. I think drink a bunch of Shaq Soda, the official soda of Geek Juice Gaming.
Don't
Look at
plug
that
don't
man,
plug things on my
man.
show. This is my show.
No, this is our show now because it's
No.
part of Geek Juice.
I own it. It's mine.
We own you.
No,
No,
you
I'm
don't.
kidding.
Do you pay me?
The dark underbelly of Geek Juice. We're actually all slaves.
I'll send you a check.
Good. I need some money for
One
games.
penny.
What have you been playing this week, Brody?
Oh man, it's no. I've been playing a lot of Don't Starve and State of Decay. Um, Don't Starve because I mean that's amazing, and I've just become obsessed with it, and I can't stop myself. It hurts. um, it's an obsession. And then State of Decay because the DLC came out and decided to download it, and then I was not really pleased with that DLC because it's just like, hey, pay $7 to get the game that was supposed to be, and I'm like, you didn't really change
What does
much,
the
guys.
DLC add?
The DLC adds first off a few more weapons and then vehicles, but then it's like a survival mode rather than an endless survival mode rather than the story. Because like State of Decay was supposed to be an endless survival game, but then they're like, "Well, no," when they released it, it's a story, and then once it ends, you can't continue with your resources and all that. But with this, there's this whole thing like you bleed the entire valley dry of all the resources, and then you have the ability to like fix up an RV and leave, and then it loads up a new valley, which is the same buildings and everything, just new resources repopulated randomly throughout. So I mean, it's eh. I mean, it's annoying that I had to pay $7 for it. If I didn't have to pay that, it'd be great, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
almost picked
Don't
up
Starve.
Stanley Parable.
Ah, you
after-
should have.
It was on sale just like the other day, and
And
I
why
watched
didn't
your
you?
review, Ryan. And then even at $8, I just can't see it worth it. When in like by next year, I could probably see it going down to like $5 or even cheaper on future
Just
sales.
get it in
you
the
know?
Steam sale.
Yeah, Steam sale probably. That's the good thing about it being like on Steam, because that can happen. Although it's definitely worth it to pick it up. I mean, just the sheer
Oh yeah,
number of
no, yeah.
enemies, like just the replayability on that, though it's a short game, is just through the roof.
There's no replayability because there's about 3 hours of content, and once you've seen all 3 hours of content, there's nothing else to see, and it's not good to like re-experience the same content because it's all about the narrative.
Yeah, it is all about the narrative, and it branches a crap ton of different ways.
It branches in like 8 interesting ways. I I've
forget the
completed that
uninteresting
game.
ones.
It takes about 3 hours to complete it. I've seen everything.
All right, hardcore Ryan. I complete things within reasonable time frames and don't get interrupted.
No, there is 3 hours of content. Like
Uh,
that was one of the things that I mentioned was like there's only about 3 hours of content because you're not really interacting. You're just walking through a world, and there's about 3 hours worth of ways to walk through the world. And
although you could definitely have to say that it does it better than Dear Esther.
yeah, I said that, but I mean it's not like the game is really cool. I find it very funny. It specifically targets me. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Overstayed
but-
its welcome otherwise.
What?
If it was like super long, it would have overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, pretty much. That's something else I already said. But
Man,
for
I really should
$15,
watch content.
there's a lot.
This is insulting to you, isn't it? Just like
Not really.
yeah, Trent, I don't watch your stuff. Ah, no.
Is that
I watch-
for
watch this.
$15 you could get like Hammerfall or something really really good, Monaco,
Something that does have like a lot of replay
Get
and lasting
online.
value.
like Monaco.
I picked up
Monaco is
Monaco.
amazing.
Like,
I love
yeah.
Monaco.
Yeah, me
it's
and my friend
more
played
fun
that,
playing
like,
with friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good couch co-op. When it comes to like if you want to get like that's one of those games where it's still just as good on a console just because like the control pad doesn't hinder it in any way really.
it's better with the
Yeah, it's
gamepad
better. Yeah.
because you
Because
get like just better movement.
Yeah, it's more intuitive. Analog rather than digital, so yeah. I've also been playing a lot of Hotline Miami again.
That game's awesome. I love that game.
Yeah.
Yes, everything about that game. Me and Dustin, when we were talking earlier today, we were just like geeking out over the sequel.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the sequel, especially the soundtrack for the sequel, because
Yes.
Soundtrack's gonna be sick.
oh yeah, as long as they get more Perturbator and stuff, like throw in some like Protector 101 or something, like branch out. Even if they could get like Power Glove on there also, who did like Blood Dragon. Sorry, I was mixing up the two. I wanted to say like Dragon Blood and Blood, but yeah, no, he did the soundtrack for Blood Dragon, and that was great. I was really happy about that. And yeah, just Moon, Scattle, like all those guys that they had on the first game soundtrack. It really opened up the world of just like this awesome music for me. Then I went to Bandcamp and bought it all.
So, what did you play this week, Dustin?
Let's open up my recently played on Steam. Now, I yesterday and just before we did this, I was trying out the Just Cause multiplayer mod that they released officially on Steam, but I'm having some troubles with it. I can't get the spawning to work or anything, like the commands or that to work. I can't find anyone at all in the area, and like I've searched all over the map and stuff. And without the spawning, like my weapons just deplete, and then I got nothing, and I just have to parachute and hook shot everywhere. So once they get that officially released, I think it's on the 16th that they're doing it, is like the official grandiose release, because this is still just like a Steam public beta that they're doing. But I'm looking forward to that, like once they get it really going. Apparently it's been working great for some people, just apparently not me. I played a bit of Witcher the other day. Still playing through that again. I like it regardless of the combat. Once you get the combat down, I feel it's a great game. The story is the most important part. More director's cut, Deus Ex. I fixed that. The lag issue with the I think I talked about that last time, where there was some lag with the game and stuff, where if you like look around, you would get like broken textures and stuff, and like it would lag and everything. But it was a weird trick that you just had to put it in window mode and maximize it with the window button to maximize it, and it worked fine. I don't know.
What version was it?
Director's cut.
Oh yeah,
Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Yeah, I was having that same issue, and on their like official forums, they're like, "We're working on it, but here's a patch that'll work." I'm like,
"Did it work?"
Yeah, I don't remember what. I think it's changing some setting to 0 instead of 1, and some.
See, I tried that. I went into the registry and everything, and I changed that, or the INI file, and I changed that. Didn't work and everything. So then I came across this little trick that some people were saying that was working. Like I said, you put it into window mode, and then you maximize it through the top right button that maximizes the window, and it worked fine after that.
Yeah,
but I was playing that. Sorry, go ahead.
That was really frustrating to deal with, because I bought that. I was like, hey, cool, I'll actually play through this game again. And then that happened. I'm like, I'm not gonna play this. And then I saw.
Oh yeah, that was happening with me and stuff. But then it fixed it. I'm like, yes. And then also I love that how they incorporated the ENB that took away like the yellow filter that just was everywhere in the original Human Revolution. I'm glad that they fixed that, and it looks a lot better.
You know, it should have been an option to begin with, because I mean, it was really distracting. Just the haze that came off of it. It's just like everything just looks like R. Kelly was just there.
But it was like a style design sort of decision that they had. They didn't see a problem in it. It was just like sort of a style that they were going for and everything. And not till after did they realize that it was kind of hindered how some people saw and played the game. Me personally, it didn't my first playthrough, but seeing how good it could look without that filter on there, I was like, yeah, it looks a lot better without it. And I'm glad that they realized that and took that off. Also, I've been, as usual, playing the original Deus Ex through again. I'm almost finished that. And playing lots of Max Payne 3 online. So I know, Ryan, you have your problems with Max Payne 3, but I like the online. And
I'm astounded people play the online still. Actually,
there's quite a few people. You can actually find like large death matches that go on, and you can have a match on average of like 10 people, which is surprising. But I really like the multiplayer in that. It's one of the games, and I'm not someone who loves game multiplayer and stuff, but yeah.
Ugh. So
long pause. Ugh.
Ugh.
Your opinion on things, I don't like it.
Ugh.
How dare you find joy in something that I don't?
So, this week, I got a new graphics card
Yay!
on a Black Friday sale.
Hey, that's you can thank America for that.
What?
It was a Canadian company. I got it off NCIX.
Oh, makes no sense. What'd you?
Because they have a US store.
What'd
So,
you get?
brought Black
GTX
Friday over
770.
Ooh boy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Which came with a free backplate from EVGA for it.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. Apparently that helps keep it colder.
Cool. I like putting them on because they look cool compared to the
Just the PCB?
Yeah. But what did you get any free games with it?
Yeah, I did.
I got mine when they came out, so they're like, hey, you get screwed. You don't get anything. You get what is it? I got some Dino Hunt game. It's fucking awful.
Primal Carnage, is that it?
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah, I know, right? I was gonna
That's
review that game, and then I just never got around to it.
Because it's terrible.
The game's really broken. It's not balanced at all. Because it's dinosaurs versus humans, and the humans just camp in a corner and shoot all the dinosaurs.
They just clean up, yeah. I mean, the game has potential, but it's just they don't bother to fix anything.
Yeah,
it's like final boss in Turok for the Xbox.
I mean, originally, when they tried to fix it, the humans were overpowered after they fixed it, but before the raptors would just be able to your whole team's gone.
Yeah.
So it's it's just
T-Rex.
My 770 came with Splinter Cell Blacklist, which I haven't played yet.
Still gotta pick that up.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which I have been playing.
Yeah, we saw you playing that earlier, man.
And
watching you.
It doesn't come on Steam though. See, they're all Uplay keys.
I was about to be like, games for Windows Live.
No, that doesn't exist anymore. That is gone. They closed that down.
Oh, I know. I just love to bring it up to people.
But
it's remember when that was a thing?
Fuck. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which it's okay. And
as expected,
because there's pirates.
Yeah.
The problem that I have with that game is that I've been playing it for 3 or 4 hours, and I'm not allowed to just go be a pirate yet. So I'm upset. 3. And this seems like the exact same issue.
3 never got better. That's the thing, though.
No, Assassin's Creed 3 apparently got really good 9 hours in, and I was just like, the fuck is that
introduction?
Shit?
Well, yeah, the introduction took forever, but I mean, it still wasn't that good in the end.
But I just want to go be a pirate, and I'm 4
after
hours
the
in,
advertisements that they had for it, it looks pretty amazing. Having that Drake song and a bunch of that TV spot.
We started from the bottom, and now we here.
I don't have.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
As a TV
Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed footage. It's just I was set out to kill the Covenant or whatever they're called.
I have the cheapest possible cable plan that I can, just so that I can watch pay-per-view fights. That's it. I don't watch TV except for pay-per-view fights, so
nice.
I got no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, it's on YouTube. There's a big thing about it. Everyone's like, "Oh my, what the?" It starts out like your average video game commercial. It's all synthy classical music and everything, and scenes of the game and characters saying stuff like, "Oh, you come from descendants of the assassins," and then it's and then action shots. It's started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're all here. And it's what?
Yeah, you see, just the juxtaposition of it. You're just like, what is going on? What is this world?
Well, after 2012, Ubisoft's terrible advertisement throughout 2012, I'm not surprised.
All
Well, no, it's like
advertisements
the
for
thing is
video
you
game
can
companies are bad. They're
you
all
can
bad.
juxtapose the
All
song
of
with
them.
something that's completely
There's some
different.
that are
Like the
good.
Dead Rising 3 commercial, I feel like that's a decent commercial just because it's just like so weird. But I mean, using "Started from the Bottom" by Drake with pirates. It's a pirate game. Shouldn't you use like shanties? Come
Or
on,
like
man.
they did in Dishonored for that trailer.
Yeah, you know.
That had a better pirate song than the pirate game.
Uh, and
Oh,
then,
you and your
fuck,
Dishonored, just it's dumbed down thief.
it is
It
bad.
is.
But it's still a good game on its own.
It's okay. And then
Look at him. He won't bend. It's okay. I guess.
Go play your Stanley Parable in your indie games.
Hey man, don't mock indie games.
yeah,
No, I know.
I'll
I
fight
really
you.
love indie games.
like
All right,
my
man.
favorite game this
I
year
have a
is
crappy computer, so
I
the
picked-
only thing I can play are indie games, pretty much. So
Oh,
I will.
man.
You.
I
Path
picked
of
up
Exile.
Dive.
Oh god.
Oh,
So the other game that my graphics card came with was Batman Arkham Origins.
oh no, has that?
You know,
I haven't played it yet. I mean,
It's good.
I don't.
Although
I heard
the
it's
one
a lot
problem
of
I have
problems.
with it is that a lot of things don't make sense, like how he has better gadgets in this than in like Arkham City. Like I get like Arkham Asylum, like he doesn't have access to all of it, but in Arkham City, what?
Brody, it's called New 52. It's the stupidest fucking thing that DC
Oh,
has
no.
done.
Oh no. Oh no, my webcam couldn't handle it. Also, I can't handle it. No. Oh, what?
I hate how all like the WB like DC superhero games are now like, hey, let's adapt from New 52, and they don't realize that everyone who was a fan of like Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, like all the old DC Justice League comics before this New 52 start over, they're not a fan of this new shit because it
Hey,
sucks.
guys, let's not only make a character arbitrarily gay, but make it a poorly written character at that. So,
Okay, not
like,
only that, like the whole like Harley Quinn being insane and committing suicide in a bathtub with a bunch of toasters.
it's 'cause we're edgy.
And Batman fucking mutilating fucking people and stuff. The Joker getting his face ripped off and like stapling it back on. Also, Bruce Wayne being a fucking total womanizer, sleeping with everything that moves.
Yeah, no, it's like it's all poorly written. It's just like of a 13-year-old boy who's all like horned up on like sex and violence. He's just like, oh man. So then the Joker like staples his face, and then Batman, then he just goes and bangs a bunch of women, and just yeah.
Well, not only that, like you look at the writing just before the New 52 reboot, and you have some really good stories there. Like
And then they're just like, nope, we're not finishing those. We're not gonna.
Brightest Day, Blackest Night, Flashpoint, David Finch's The Dark Knight, that was good. Streets of Gotham, that was really good. Then they fucking New 52'd all over and ruined it.
New 52 has become a verb. It
Yeah.
it is a synonym for defecating. You just New 52'd everywhere, man. What are you doing?
But back to Arkham Origins. I don't know. I heard there's a lot of problems with it, and I don't like the look of the Batman.
Well, from what I heard is that there was a lot of bugs, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean,
had a
it's a fun
month of
game.
patches, and apparently most of them have been fixed, and it's like a really, really playable game on PC. So
Yeah, no, the problem with it though, like I said, is just if you're a guy who's just like really into continuity, you're just like, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
In New 52, it does.
in New 52, you could do whatever the heck
It just
you
feels
want.
like it feels like a different game from what we got with the other Arkham games, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. You know, you went from like Arkham Asylum, which was this awesome game where you're just in this asylum, and then you go to Arkham City, and it's just like
I feel like
expanded
you're
on that.
just forgetting the last 10 minutes of Arkham Asylum, and you're just pretending like they don't exist.
No. Trust me. I was there. I was yelling at the TV. I was mad.
Yeah.
Trust me. But no. That last 10 minutes was like, no. But no, the rest of the game and then Arkham City, I was thoroughly pleased with that, and I loved both of them. And I could forgive that terrible fucking boss battle.
Oh, although the good thing about Arkham Origins, though, they bring back one of the key elements of Batman, which is being a detective, and it's not like in the other games where it's just like, oh, you just follow basically like a marker, just a trail, but it's sciency. There's pheromones in the air. Follow the trail of pheromones. No, it's not like that. It's like you actually have to like do this like digital replay of everything, analyze it from different angles, and figure out where this bullet came from here, but what happened to that sniper and stuff like that. It's like really interesting. Like it's a good detective system as compared to before.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that. That's interesting actually, because I like that. But I wouldn't say that the other Arkham games completely disregarded it and made it like completely stupid, like simplified.
Yeah.
They didn't pander with it, you know, especially in Arkham City with some of like the Easter eggs and bonus stuff that you could find. So
That calendar, man.
yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that was like effort.
And then, fuck, last night, or not last night, yesterday afternoon, I beat Path of Exile for the first time.
Aren't you
Beat
cool?
Yeah, well, I beat it on
No, you'll
normal
never-
difficulty. Now
you'll
I'm
never
playing it
talk
on
about it again.
Cruel, which is the difficulty after normal. So when you beat it the first time, you just take the character into the next difficulty.
Is
Like-
it just playing the same story over again?
Yeah, but everything's like scaled up, and there's a lot better. Like
Similar to how
there's way
Diablo
more
did it.
interesting monsters.
New
Yeah, the
game
same way
era.
as Diablo 2. Except that and like Diablo 3, but the difference between Path of Exile and Diablo 3 is that Path of
It's a good
Exile was
game.
challenging on
Yeah.
normal, and it's even more challenging on Cruel.
Also, Path of Exile is more of a Diablo game.
Yeah. Whereas like Diablo 3 was like super easy all the way up until the last difficulty, so it's just like I
Yeah,
don't
the thing
want
is with,
to
like,
play this
Diablo-
4 times. Whereas Path of Exile, like really enjoyed it on the normal difficulty because that shit was not easy, and so to play it on the even harder difficulty, like it's still fun because it's still not
Yeah,
easy. But Diablo was just like a grind for 4 difficulty levels. And I was like,
You know,
ah, fuck
that
this.
was my problem with it. It felt like if they like it felt like you're playing like a nicer looking WoW, but like without other players. And I was just like, why is this a thing? This is Diablo. What are you doing? Guys, you had a good thing. Now you're new 52ing all over it.
The
Yeah, see,
expansion's
it's a
apparently really
callback.
good.
Oh yeah, no, they were good. They actually like I mean, then again, Blizzard's always good with expansions. I mean, usually.
They based an entire game around expansions.
Yeah.
It's been around for 10 years.
What? Are you talking about WoW?
Yeah. Wow. How long is WoW? been
9.
out? 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close
It's,
enough. We'll get there.
Hit 9 years last month.
Totes
I
crazy.
played WoW for 9 years.
Damn.
I don't like WoW.
That's a lot of
I don't
time
either.
cards.
No one
Damn
likes
pandas.
WoW. You just play it, damn it.
Well, my problem with that is it's just so. I
The
don't
lore's
know.
so good.
The lore is good. Oh my god, the lore though. Like I mean, that's just Blizzard in general. Yet again, they're good at lore and they're good at that kind of stuff. It's just wow. Like I covered the like the graphical update for WoW in an episode like a while ago, and I was just like, yeah, this is okay. You're just polishing a turd, basically. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's one reason why, like legitimately, is like stupid as it sounds. Is one reason why I don't like playing it is because it's a game in 2013 that is still constantly updated, but has the graphics of 2003.
Yeah, but it has to run on.
It has to run. No, I
everything.
realize. But then if you look at a lot of like Japanese MMOs, how beautiful they are, but they're the same exact game basically as WoW. I'm
They're
just
not-
like, I'd rather play those.
But they're not good looking. They're stylized, but they aren't good looking. Like Terra's not an amazing looking game. It's okay looking.
You just look closer
Dude.
at it.
Right now, look up Continent of the Ninth. That is the most beautiful, stunning MMO you will ever see. I'm pretty sure it's Korean or Japanese. That's visually. I know what you're saying though, Ryan. I definitely agree. Everything has its like own visual look, and none of them really look that great.
Plus, I
Okay,
can really only look at so many, like, anime girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the downside to it, though. It's just like,
Okay, I looked at Continent of the Ninth, and it. At first,
And
I was gonna say it looks a lot like Final Fantasy 14, but seeing more, it looks a bit better than Final Fantasy 14.
I don't really pay attention to those games that much, but
yeah. I'm not a big MMO fan. Well, MMORPG fan. I like
Okay.
MMOs, just not MMORPGs.
Really? Okay, there's like a ton of. Quit showing me upscripts, Google. I don't want to see upscripts of people's MMO characters.
Sure. Sure.
So I feel like we should probably move in to some of this news because there's a bit of it.
What's news? I don't know what news is.
Did any of
Please.
you guys watch VGX last night?
Okay, you see, as the guy who does the news on Geek News, I should have. Like, that's a thing that I really should. I didn't. I'm just like, no.
Oh, I did.
I watched Mega 64 skit from it, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
Joke of the year. The Ouya.
So yeah,
Oh wait! They did.
it's
they
Todd
did Todd
Marin.
Marin? Yes.
Yeah,
Me and my
yeah.
girlfriend are always waiting for those every
Dude.
year.
But no, because they usually do that at this like Spike Video Game Awards, I believe.
Well, VGX is the
Spike.
rebranding and like recreation of the of
Yeah,
VGAs.
it's like how Polaris is still the game station.
That would
Stuff
be
like
why I had no idea what this was. I was completely confused by it. Plus, Steam had a sale for it, so that was kind of out of the blue. I was like, I don't think they've ever done that before, so it was pretty neat. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they oh my god, Telltale made 2 announcements during
Oh.
VGX.
I did hear that.
The first one enraged me because I didn't know that Telltale was going to make a second announcement, and it's been teased all month that Telltale was doing a project with like another IP, and the first announcement was that they're teaming up with Gearbox to make Tales from the Borderlands, a episodic story-driven game based in Borderlands. And I was just like, damn it! Fuck you, Telltale! You have all these great IPs that you could work with. You could
Yeah.
make something up yourself. Borderlands is terrible! and they chose to do Borderlands, and I was just really, really mad.
I didn't
Okay,
hear that.
now, the thing with that, my view on Borderlands is that the gameplay is just very like meh. Like it's fun at first, and it just gets really old really fast, right? And then
Yeah.
like, but the one thing that's good about it, and that almost anyone would agree, is that it's just
Tiny Tina
a very
fucking
Don't
makes that
shut
game.
Up. Shut up! That doesn't exist. Okay. No, it's like a lot of people would agree that it's a fun game to experience, right? It's not fun to play, but like to like talk to the characters, do all that stuff. It's fun. So for Telltale to
But
do
the
that,
characters are so
it's not the-
shallow and just
Yeah.
kind of bad.
I don't know.
Like the writing in Borderlands, a lot of people find it funny. I don't know how, because every character is just not interesting. They're just awful, all of them. Not a single
Well-
good character, especially Jack or his name.
Okay, see, no, I agree with that
Yeah.
because I
Like-
do not like Borderlands 2. I'm talking more Borderlands 1 when it comes to this because the writing got even worse with Borderlands 2 and just like it focused on
It's
the wrong
unbearable.
things.
I can't
Yeah,
play that game because it's like
Borderlands 1.
boring and
I'm
then
sorry, but even
just
Borderlands 1, right?
Well, there's like interesting written characters in that. Like first off, there's like Dr. Ned and Dr. Zed, mainly like Dr. Zed, and he was really interesting. To play through the zombie DLC, yeah, you know that's issue. It's like the game wasn't as interesting, but the DLC was a lot more interesting
Yeah,
when it came with the writing.
I agree with that, and I mean, even for the second one, I haven't played it, but everyone has raved about that Tiny Tina's whatever, the D&D DLC, and then there's a new one that just came out, I believe, that is people are going crazy about too. So
that game has too much DLC. They sold
Yep.
they sold a Game of the Year edition and then released a new DLC like a week
Yeah.
later. I'm like, the
Are you even-
fuck?
Why do you even? What? Who even?
Game
Like,
no,
the
the
whole
Game of
point
the
of the
Year
Game of the
edition's
Year.
supposed to be all the
Yeah.
DLC. You can't just start releasing more.
Yeah. I there's a lot of
Genius.
microtransactions too. Like it's technically DLC, but all those costumes you can get, that's really annoying to me.
Yeah. Although the DLC that I liked, like there's like I said, there's the Zombie Island with Doctor Zed, or
Yeah.
there's Mad Moxie's Underdome, which is really fun. I mean, it's just like an arena, like
Yeah. It's like an expanded
That's
version of what
still-
you do in the arenas in Borderlands.
but it's still like fun and interesting. And like the first time you go through that like TV show arena in Borderlands 2, or was it Borderlands 1? That was Borderlands 2, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That was fun. No, wait. God, that's a different game. God, I am just imagining Rage right now for some reason because Rage is a better sequel to Borderlands than Borderlands 2.
I like that.
That's embarrassing. Brody doesn't know what he's talking about, folks. He's getting his post-apocalyptic, tongue-in-cheek, first-person shooters mixed up. Yeah, that's a.
I just one thing that I never got is the comparison of Fallout to like Fallout 3 and New Vegas to Borderlands. Like
There should
people
be
were
no
always saying,
comparison.
no, I know that's the thing. And as a big Fallout fan and everything, when Borderlands came out, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Borderlands is way better because you get all these guns and that kind of stuff and everything, and it just looks better and the gameplay is better and you could drive in that one." And it's like,
Fallout
It's not
3 was
comparable.
bad, though.
what?
Fallout 3 was bad.
But New Vegas was better. I like New Vegas.
Yeah, New Vegas
A
is
little
great. Now, hold on
better.
a second. With Fallout 3 being bad, it's a good game, but it's not I wouldn't say a bad Fallout game, but not the best Fallout game. It
No,
it
that's
gets the
2.
spirit of Fallout
2 is
wrong
the
in a lot
best.
of aspects.
Two's
Oh,
the
New
best.
Vegas is like the real sequel to Fallout 2.
Well, what about Tactics?
That doesn't exist. We don't talk about those things.
I think I own that.
I do
I own
own
it too.
Tactics.
I
have no
own
problem with
Tactics as
Tactics.
well.
I'm pretty sure I
The
only
only
own
thing
it because I
Tactics-
bought like a Fallout bundle on Steam for $1, and it came with Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics.
I own a physical copy of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
Ah.
have that GOG. And the thing is with Fallout Tactics, it's like I love like the actual mechanics of the game, like the interface. It's a big improvement, and they used it in the Von Buren project. Isn't that it? Von Braun No, it's Von Buren project. Yeah. The original, what was originally be Fallout 3, they used that as the basis for like how they're gonna you're gonna control everything. It was a great idea. And it just like whenever I play that, it just makes me wish like, man, why doesn't someone just mod Fallout 1 and 2 to have that interface? Because it's so much crisper and feels better. Although the game itself sucked, it was horrible. But then, are we all gonna forget that Fallout Brotherhood of Steel was a thing? People like to forget that, don't they?
I forgot about that, yeah.
I
Yeah,
never played it. I own
it
it.
was bad.
Hey, at least Fallout 3 looked better than what Fallout 3 was originally going to be.
Although
Uh,
story was gonna be better. I mean, it was
I don't
gonna
know.
be-
I despise the look of Fallout 3 personally.
Well,
It
yeah,
just-
because it's not...
it's a Blivigun.
It's too
Yeah.
That's
grimdark.
super boring, and
And green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
This is
green
why-
gray.
Yeah,
It's 'cause,
it's gross. I mean, it's a wasteland, so I guess that kind of adds to it, but
Like-
it takes away.
But you
so
look
much.
at New Vegas and you get... It's such a better environment and feel.
Well,
and
the thing is with Fallout 3 is a few things. A, like if you want to look at like a lore standpoint, it is DC and it is a place that was directly shelled, so obviously it's gonna be darker. But from like an actual like developing standpoint, when it came to like the way they looked at it, they they didn't know how to balance it right. So
Yeah.
like whenever it was like serious, it was like grim, dark, and serious. But whenever it was like goofy, it was like, oh, I'm Sarah Palin, and I'm gonna be teaching you to like survive in the wasteland with my mole rat stick. Oh, but or stuff like, oh, Mothership Zeta, which was it was so bad. It just Mothership Zeta was so bad.
hey, at least you could get a samurai sword.
Yeah, that was the upside. I mean, but it was still bad. Let's see, what other DLC? Point Lookout was okay. Wasn't the best, but I mean, there were some good things in it. and then the pit is closer to how Fallout should be.
Yeah.
Like the pit was good. Yet
That's
again,
the mining one.
yeah, the one
Yeah,
in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
I like that one.
Yeah, but whenever it's goofy, it's too goofy, and New Vegas actually balances it properly.
Yeah. I agree with that, yeah. I felt like New Vegas was just a fix for
Like I said,
Fallout 3 and just doing what they set out to do
yeah,
better.
it's the real sequel to Fallout 2. Like it feels like a sequel to Fallout 2 because you're seeing all these like different like groups that you influence at the end of that, and you're just like they give a little like explanation like, oh, they went on to do this, blah 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 blah, and they turned out good. But now you actually get to see years later how that even turned out even more so.
Yeah. And I liked how you're not just a vault dweller and that kind of stuff with a set story and everything, and you're just like
Courier.
yeah, you're just a courier. So your backstory, your backstory is just like
yeah. No, see, the thing is, it's like the thing is with Fallout, with all the Fallout games, it starts off as a personal journey, then it becomes a grand journey. Like it affects everyone. It starts off you just trying to take care of yourself in like the small group. Like in Fallout 1, it was you leaving to go get the GEC so you can fix your water get a new water filtration system.
yeah.
And then it turns out like, oh crap, there's a problem and I have to solve it because they're going to kill us, but then also they're going to kill everyone. Then you have Fallout 2, you start off just leaving your village, and that's where you'll get a GEC, right?
I think so.
Yes. You leave your village, and you're just trying to help yourselves, and then again, Enclave. Oh crap. Fallout 3, however, you leave to find your dad. You find your dad, and he's like, filter some water, and you're like, I guess.
Yeah, and then you just go in, you shoot the guy, and you flip the machine, and it's like credits. It's like I did that in an hour. God damn
But
it.
New Vegas, though, you start off as a courier who just gets shot in the head and you survive, and you're just like, I'm gonna go talk to that guy. I gotta go talk to him, But then,
But it doesn't like point you in a certain
thing.
direction to be like.
yeah,
It never
you
points
just
you in a
cut-
certain direction that you can access so easily,
yeah. So yeah,
So I think we should probably get back onto this Telltale thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's where we were. Oh god.
So later in the show, they announced another project. Game of Thrones video game Telltale episodic series. I'm excited.
Yes.
Can't wait for the Breaking Bad one.
Because I actually like Game of Thrones and
Game of Thrones is amazing.
despise Borderlands, so...
What I hope is that they're not setting it during the actual, like...
It's based on the show.
Oh, it's based entirely off the show, not about the lore. That's annoying. Because, like, I wish it would... Because, Game of Thrones, the book series, the Song of Fire and Ice series, it has such a rich lore. Like, if you're someone who loves lore, and Brian, you just described how you loved lore earlier.
Yeah, well...
Books are amazing.
There's not a ton that they've described about the game so far. Like they're not in the writing stage of it, so they haven't even decided what the story is gonna be about. Yeah. They haven't even picked characters.
If they do a thing like George R. R. Martin did with Hedge Knight, where he said it like back in the history, like give us a feel of what it was like back then, that'd be nice. Because then also you don't, you're affecting things, but you can also like not ruin the story. Kind of like how Spoonie's videos he talked about, like in the Star Wars D20, you never put Darth Vader in it during the movies because your people will try to kill Darth Vader and then the movies are ruined, right? So you can't set them just in the current, like in the books, because or the series, like in the movie TV show, people will mess with things.
Well, it's based on the show, so
that's annoying, really annoying. But it'll still be good. It's not like it's just gonna be hard for them to write something.
You're gonna play as Sean Bean.
I wonder how this one will end. Oh, crying. That's how it'll end.
But yeah, I'm stoked on Telltale stuff because I really like Telltale stuff. Plus,
that Jurassic Park movie or game.
Okay, well, they also did New Monkey Island, and so...
Yeah, no, I know. I was really happy with that.
Yeah, Telltale though they'll do a good job. Because
Yeah,
like what
plus the new
honestly,
the
like
new Walking Dead starts this month.
oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
saw-
I can't wait.
Starts in like a week.
And it's way better than the friggin' show.
Oh, the show's awful.
Yeah,
It is
shows-
awful. I can't.
Hill.
I hate. Week after week, I had to see posts about the stupidest thing about this show.
Like everyone's like, Brody, why do you think this shit like the new season's so bad? I'm like, did you
The
watch it?
whole.
Because the show's
Show
never
is
been
bad.
good. The
Yeah.
show's never been good ever.
I watched the first season and it lost interest.
The first season was
It's
boring.
a soap opera that most of the time you barely even remember that there's zombies in it.
Yeah, but it was worse in season 2 because it's just like they added zombies for the sake of oh crap, we got to get our zombie quota in for the episode. We can't just have character development. We always have to arbitrarily have zombies.
Oh man, Daryl, if he dies, we riot.
So, did you guys see the trailer for The Division?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Vision.
Nope.
Oh, you're missing out then, Tyler. Jesus.
I haven't
It
seen
looks
my
so
God,
pretty.
that's- man.
They so the game has dynamic weather, obviously.
Oh
it was
my
basically
God,
just a
it's Tom
trailer.
Clancy. It's Tom Clancy, right?
Oh, this is that game that was announced.
at
Wasn't that
E3.
E3? That looked pretty fucking cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I'm
so-
down for this now. With Tom Clancy's name on it. He's produced some crap, but I really do like
But
stuff that is good.
it just has his name on it to have his name on it.
Yeah.
It's not even
Well, no,
alive.
but I'm a fan of his books also.
Yeah, he is good literature. Anywho,
But
Amazing.
rest in peace, Tom Clancy.
Mhm.
so the game, it was basically just a trailer showing off the engine and no gameplay at all. And they're like, look at our graphics, and I was like, I like your graphics.
Look at
So-
those doors. Those doors opening and closing. Oh my god.
No, man.
Oh,
Okay. I know
The
you're
best
making a
doors.
joke, but they showed something that was actually super fucking cool, which is that like the game has dynamic weather, so like it'll snow and like rain and stuff, and the shaders like are changed by the weather. So like there's a bunch of cars that were outside, and it like got cold, and like you could see ice like build up on like the side of the cars and stuff, like slowly develop as it got colder, and then like see snow build up on like the hood and stuff.
Wow. I'm actually
So-
watching it right now. Like, I
Yeah.
pulled it up, and it's pretty impressive. Wow.
And I just love the fact that it's just like, oh, by the way, like in the trailer, like when they first like the gameplay trailer, when they're just like, oh yeah, so it's a squad-based shooter, and then like at the very end they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're competing with a bunch of people in this open world that'll be doing other things that may go against you, may go with you, or may just be neutral and just do something different. I'm just like, that's amazing. Oh my god.
Okay, well, I'm excited for this game because that
And
trailer
it's got
just-
integration with like tablets and whatnot, which at first you think is like, eh. But I mean, if you think about it, like the thing they showed in like the very first trailer, or well, it was more like just like 30 minutes of gameplay. They showed a guy get on his tablet, and like he was like a drone going around shooting, and he's like, I gotta go to work now, guys. They want me back at the fryer. That's irresponsible, by the way.
I absolutely hated that set of people they had for E3 because they were being
it's always
so.
that.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Sorry,
think
but
that's
the infamous one that I always remember was I think it was 2 years ago when they did the Far Cry 3 multiplayer demo, and these people just sucked so bad. Like the one person's like, "I'm getting fucked up by a tiger. I just shot a barrel and set myself on fire. Help me!" Like, you guys are so fucking incompetent. The
Yeah,
guy, like one of them, is way back there, like fucking dead.
Okay, well, you also got to keep in like, you got to keep this in like in your brainy parts. Okay, when it
E3 is
comes
a
to
joke.
that, like a massive tech demo, like on stage, and like especially for like E3 or whatever, they're probably getting people who like just work in the office half the time, and they're like they have the pressure to make this game look good to people live, and if they mess up, they're just like crap, 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 right? Then might be their job. And also half the time it's like they might hire actors who can't play games, or they might hire gamers who can't act, and also aren't used to pressure. So it's just like these kinds of like things. Those like live demos on stage.
It's really hard to play video games and talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
You,
yeah.
you kidding me? I do that every day.
No, man, it's super hard. Oh my god. Back when this channel used to do Let's Plays, oh my fucking god.
Let's go back to
the one
It's a long
highlight
time
that
ago.
always-
That's when we had like 1,000. Well, this was like well before I even did anything with MMO Attack. There was like over 1,000 subs after I did because I started this channel and the first
where did
month,
they go?
Yeah.
they unsubbed because I stopped doing Let's Plays because they're bad.
Well, yeah, that's nice.
We're gonna hire a dedicated just Let's Play drone. that
No.
makes-
Man, I should
YouTube
start
will
doing Let's
not
Plays.
allow Let's Plays.
Let's go.
I'm gonna start-
Fine then. I'm doing Let's Plays anyways. Deal with it.
I'm gonna shell them out like they're hot.
Actually, I'm just gonna start
hate to tell you,
streaming again.
Dustin, but I'm also working on Let's Plays too, so
Woo! Welcome to
Well,
Geek Juice Media,
sir.
home of every Let's Play you love and you enjoy.
Ever. yes.
Let's
New
Plays.
formats. That's called Let's Play Media now.
Look at him. He's just like, I'm firing all of you now. Like you're all.
You can't fire me. You don't pay me. I'm not your employee.
I thought I had immunity. That's what I got an email about.
Mm.
Tyler, whatever crap Ryan does, you're fine, Ryan.
No. It's a package deal, okay? You come with the show, okay? No. But what my one highlight from E3 2 years ago that will always be like the highlight that I'll always remember, the best thing at any E3 is when Tim Schafer was doing that Elmo Monster Sesame Street game.
Oh my god.
And just the one line he says, he's just like, "Release the simulated family," and that was the best line ever. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
My
He doesn't give a
favorite.
crap. He's just like, yeah. eh.
My favorite E3 is Wii Music, where the guy's just like,
God. I remember that.
that's the best one ever. If you're listening to the audio version of this, I just flailed my entire body in my chair for a few seconds.
But the funny thing is, last year when E3 was going on Twitter, I was like, I was watching it again, and I'm like, man, E3 sucks. I wish Tim Schafer would just jump on stage again and grab the microphone and say, "Release the simulated family," and he's like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm just not on stage. I'm saying it, but I'm just not on stage."
I'm saying. So, I mean,
I'm here. I'm yelling it, but I'm just.
I
not
love
on
how like
stage.
you're talking about like what happened like yesterday with a gaming award show. We're like, oh man, like 3 years ago at E3.
man,
so much more entertaining.
talking about cringeworthy things at E3. There was some cringeworthy things last night.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Jeff Keighley.
Mm,
You know,
I do not like him
Dorito
because he
Coke?
always does the same thing. So he had an interview with one of the guys from Retro and Reggie Fils-Aimé about Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which was looking really good. They showed off 2 levels of the game, and they showed off Cranky Kong. But Jeff like kept trying to go completely off topic and like force in these really awkward and kind of insulting questions where he's like, where they're like, "We're releasing this great game which looks great," and Jeff's like, "Your game looks good, but what about your hardware sale numbers? How is this going to fix the Wii U? Is the Wii U a complete write-off?" And it's just like, fuck off,
Want a Dorito?
Jeff, like, go away.
Yeah, like, dude, the Wii U is an amazing system. It is the new Dreamcast, basically.
Gotcha.
But like,
Yeah.
the thing is that he did the same thing in a bunch of interviews with Reggie at E3 this year as well. Like, it seems like he's just being a dick to be a dick. Like, he's
Yeah, no,
going
and also
after
he's
them
just, like,
for no
looking at
reason.
He's looking at it as an American, not a like. Because in Japan, the Wii U is doing fine. Like,
Not
especially
really.
with the release of a Mario game.
Well, no, like
No,
he's
the
pretty
3D
much,
Mario game, 3D Worlds is doing good in North America, but it's the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
selling
it is,
3D Mario game to ever release in Japan.
But the thing is, like, it's sort of hard for Jeff Keighley to have any credibility after like the whole
Doritos
Halo
Gate.
4 Doritos Mountain Dew fiasco stuff. It's just like, dude, just. Ugh.
He did the right thing there. He just shut the fuck up and went away for like 2 months, and then no one gave a shit.
But then he came back and started his shit again, and it's like, you're not properly covering this. You're fucking biased.
Funnily enough, Joel McHale from Community, he was also hosting VGX with Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
He probably asked the best questions.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
It's good that they don't have like C-list actors and football stars.
Oh my god, for real
Yeah.
though.
He's been on a couple other like events like that though. Doesn't he speak for Ubisoft usually?
Joel McHale?
Or yeah,
No.
or is that?
No,
That was Aisha Taylor who did
usually.
that.
Yeah,
for
okay.
Ubisoft.
I like her.
But
on that.
Joel McHale does the soup.
Yeah, but he's hosted like a couple of maybe it was the Spike Awards a while ago. But I know
I
he's
don't
hosted a
remember-
couple of things.
Here, let me look that up real quick. I know if you ever need a nerdy person who knows what they're talking about to host something, obviously the de facto is Chris Hardwick.
What about
I
Felicia Day?
Well, yeah, that too. But I mean, they usually go to Chris Hardwick first.
But yeah, I feel like
Wow.
VGX last night was just a lot better than any of the VGAs ever have been, even though VGX is not that great.
So can I just say something real quick? I
No.
just typed Joe McHale because I'm trying to like check out what Tyler was saying, and then the first thing that pops up, yes, Joel McHale saved the train wreck that was VGX last night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
Because Jeff always asks stupid questions that no one really gives a shit about. He's really soft on everyone except for Nintendo, where he looks like he's going after them, and so it makes him always come off as an asshole.
yeah.
So, whatever.
Leave Nintendo alone.
And he's not funny and incredibly awkward. There was like no chemistry at all between Jeff and Joel was just trying his best. Just
Oh
trying
my god,
his
no,
best.
hold on a second. Jesus Christ. Okay, then I actually look up, like, after that, I look up VGA to see if he, like, hosted before, yet again. There's nonstop page after page of people saying worst host in history. I'm just like,
What about Seth MacFarlane at the Oscars?
they're like worst host in like VGA history. I'm like, guys, VGA just sucks in general. What are you doing?
VGAs were awful. VGX was a lot better. It
We're
was just a
all
lot
hot
smaller and they
boxing
got shit done.
players.
Plus, some of their picks this year weren't atrocious, if predictable. Like,
I saw that
Wait,
GTA is
Right.
Game of the Year, and like Gone Home is Best Indie. Like,
What was the
stuff like
best
that.
fighting game?
They didn't pick one.
For
There's
That was one of the.
Was it one of the categories? I don't
Yes, it
remember.
was.
Oh, then I don't know
I was
because I
rooting for
didn't
Dive
watch.
Kick.
I don't know who won Best
It
Fighting
would
Game because I
Dive
didn't
Kick,
pay attention
like
to
that.
it.
Kidding me?
There's not enough fighting games that come out a year that they should have their own category.
Yeah, it was like Injustice, Dive Kick.
I don't know Injustice because it's the most proper fighting game that came out.
and
Fighter Within,
there
you
was
can
a
pick that. That game's
Tekken one.
super
Oh, wait.
racist and doesn't work.
Killer Instinct was on there, but who's played that yet?
Oh, which is
Everyone
amazing.
who owns
Really?
an Xbox One, it's the
It
only
was
game
actually
to
good.
But
It's the only game to play on that system.
Yeah.
It's the
it was
least
amazing.
intrusive about its microtransactions as well, and it's like
Oh, wow.
free to play.
And it's funny because that's the one people were all like, man, it's gonna be nothing but microtransaction. It's like, no, that's not what this game is. It's a free game if you have if you want one character, but
Yeah.
you can pay like the equivalent of basically it's a $40 title because that's how much it costs to get all the characters, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's $40
So
to
it's
get
like-
all the characters,
Yeah, it's
or
like,
you
why
can
do
buy
people
each
play?
character individually, or you get
Yeah.
Jago, which is like pretty fair. But if you, let's say, play Rise, then that shit's always like, pay real money to skip this.
Yeah, what the heck is with that? It's like, hey, we know our game's crappy, so just skip through it with money, and it's just like, Okay, what's the point of playing?
Crimson Dragon does the same thing, except it also
Right here,
locks
I,
off
I
features.
pulled up the list of fighting games. So we have Dive Kick, Injustice, Killer Instinct, Tekken Revolution, and the winner was obviously, like we said, Injustice.
I picked that up the other day because it was on sale on Steam.
It was good. It's a good game.
It's good.
I have it on Wii U.
Honestly, Dive Kick should win because, like, if you look at like a competitive standpoint, it's probably the best.
Why?
But
Injustice has a proper competitive scene.
Although no, Injustice does have a proper competitive scene, so like it's good that
And
one.
it
Killer
has-
Instinct's too new, so although it will be great.
It has more than 2 buttons.
Yeah, it also has.
But
more than
that's
two
the
buttons.
thing is Dive Kick is so competitive and so much fun and just so intense with just the 2 buttons. It's innovative in a way that it's simplistic.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just really fun and like getting a bunch of people together and stuff, and they're having like big tournaments for it, and like it's really kicking off.
Hmm.
But yeah, no,
It's a huge setup just for that sentence.
no.
The whole hour and a half
Yeah.
has led up to that. And now we're done. So, did you guys see Hello Games' new game, No Man's Sky?
Nope.
Oh
No.
my god, well, Tyler would like it because it's got color and looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Give me
And
some
it's about
colors.
flying spaceships and shooting things.
Oh,
Ooh.
you throw shooting in there. What's it called?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
That looks great.
Yeah, so Hello Games is a small English developer who made Joe Danger and Joe Danger 2, which are 2 of my favorite games. They were exclusively Sony for a while, but this year they came out on PC, and they have way better modding tools to make tracks and stuff. In fact, the developers featured a couple of my tracks back when that game came out, when I made them. Now I don't play it anymore. But I really, really love that game. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite games, and it's basically Excite Bike. And now they're coming out with a new game that is nothing like that. So,
It's procedurally generated.
yeah, it's this procedurally generated universe, not just a world, but a whole universe. Like if you see stars like off in the distance when you're on a planet, you can get up in a spaceship and fly to that star, and then that star will have planets around it that you can go to. And like everywhere in the world you can like get to by walking. Well, obviously, I mean you can't get to space by walking. That
Doesn't make sense.
gravity. But
Yeah, but it's a massive
if you like
world,
if
too.
you're
Jesus.
on a world and you like see a mountain, you can walk up to that mountain and like get to the top of it. Or you can get in a spaceship and fly there.
Crash into it.
God,
like-
and there's first person ground first person shooter mechanics as it shows. And there's like, oh my god, this just looks amazing. And it's
Yeah.
populated. It's not just an empty area too. It's like there's other people doing their thing. Well, not people, but like NPCs. Unless it's
They're
Oh.
NPCs.
They're
The
NPCs?
trailer was
Okay.
all done in engine.
it's amazing. It looks
Like
beautiful.
that's their alpha, I think.
Is that a sandworm?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's a sandworm. Oh my god, gotta play this now.
It's all about the sandworms.
It's like
I'm a,
one of the best looking games that I think I've ever seen. Like I really like the art style. There's a lot of edges to stuff, but it works, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's not
It's-
pixely, but it's very
It's just
much
angular.
edgy. Yeah.
it's
It
dark,
reminds me
edgy,
of
like New
Darwinia
52.
or Multiwinia. And that game was all polygons.
Mhm.
And this is very much
It's an
the same.
aesthetic
Like these
choice.
are like all polygons. Everything is polygons. But with nice textures on them
It's
and
Yeah.
good
God, and,
shaders.
like, the best part is it's like it opens up to show you that it's like, oh, by the way, it's not just on land in the planets. You can also there's a full ocean. That's an ocean.
Yeah, it
But-
just
Oh my god, this is amazing.
and that was announced last night,
Ever.
which I think was probably one of the better announcements last night. And we got to see more Broken Age last night from Double Fine, which should be coming out pretty soon. The first half of that game should be coming out pretty soon on
Yeah.
Steam.
Gotta love Double Fine, man.
Um, and they announced that Elijah Wood is one of
Hmm.
the voice actors.
We were talking
Which
about
is
that
also good.
earlier.
Yeah, and I'm super stoked for that because I love Tim Schafer. He's
Yeah,
like my
one of
favorite
the
writer.
funniest men alive.
Tim Schafer's just great, man.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah,
Will
he's
Wheaton's
made
on
some of my favorite games. So
Yeah, that too.
But I'm stoked for Broken Age. They showed a bunch of footage from that, like quite a bit of it, and that was looking good. And then Quantum Break also got shown off, which is like one of the big titles for the Xbox One. It looks awful. It has a lot of FMV in it, and I'm like, man, I'm totally stoked to go back to FMVs because those were cool. You guys
Actually,
remember the
no.
Sega CD?
Oh wait,
Wait,
actually,
wait,
on
wait.
FMVs, I gotta tell you something. This is
I
actually
like
near to my
FMVs.
heart
Some.
because my show was originally because I had like I didn't know like I had a crappy camera at the start, and I'm like, well, why don't I just try to make this different? So I like if you look at my intros and all that, I have loading screens, I have a DOS intro and all that stuff. And originally, like it would end on a blue screen, blah blah blah. But like I had an FMV filter over it. It was, and that hurt my eyes. So I'm just like, no, that's over with. But yeah, originally it was supposed to be like you starting up some full motion video, man.
Man. Well, obviously it looks a lot better now because you just put and
Well, hey,
you
I
just
liked
you just put an MP4 in like an H.264 encoded fucking video in it, like in the game. But I'm so not stoked on that returning as a storytelling mechanic. Cause it's just not that cool. And there's like a
the only
TV
game
show that
that's
ties in with it, and it's just
The only
man,
game
it just doesn't look good at
is
all.
Command and Conquer.
But
The only
I do. Yeah, I was gonna say Command and Conquer was a good example.
Yeah,
where
but
I
that's
liked
so not the same thing as this.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
no,
like
it's not the same thing. This is trying to be like serious. Command and Conquer does not try that. They like
it's
Hey,
not
what
even
about, like,
that.
Wing
It's the
Commander?
integration is that like it's in a box. Like the
It's
video
cool.
does not come up in the game. If that makes sense. Like it's not game footage. That like you'll have a cutscene and it's like all of the commanders around the battle table, but you don't, or like their head comes up when they're like talking on comms. But it's not like this character that I was playing, like directly controlling, is now a real person and no longer just a render. That makes sense.
Wait. Okay, so it's not like Wing Commander, where it's just like
I said command.
Click.
He was talking about Command and Conquer.
No, but I use that as an example of good FMV also.
Yeah.
Just like games that had FMV that were good. So it's more like video game integrated with.
It's not integrated. It's like you
Oh.
play video game and then you watch video.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
It's done by the guys who did Alan Wake. And it's supposed to be basically like Alan Wake.
Remedy.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
because it's like I like there's a lot of people who gave Alan Wake a lot of crap, and I'm like I love it. I'm one of those people who like love it. I love Alan Wake, like in the arcade version. The crap now I can't remember. Whatever, the one set in the desert, and it was like a Twilight Zone basically. I love Alan Wake.
American
But
Nightmare.
God, they. Ugh, that's horrible. That's.
It just, man, it just doesn't look good. Like every time I see it, I'm just like, man, I just can't
What's it called again?
slightly care.
Quantum Break.
There's like a
Which
TV show
also, when
tied
they
in with
first said
it.
the name, I'm just like, what is this, like Quantum Leap? What? That'd be awesome. A Quantum Leap game? Are you kidding me? That'd be amazing.
Let's see here.
I'm just not excited for that game. I don't think it's going to be good in any way. But it's going to get released.
Oh my god, there is a Quantum Leap game.
There's a quantum... Oh, man.
Oh my god.
That thing's got to be awful.
Whoa, now. Well, it probably is awful. But Quantum Leap game, if done right, it would be a good game. But it wouldn't be done right ever because Quantum Leap doesn't get the respect it deserves. I'll have to look at
Quantum
that
Leap
sometime
was
later.
bad.
Oh, now.
It's all bad. So,
Man.
I guess that's really it for VGX, and nothing else really happened this week.
Oh, hey, there's Sam Lake.
What?
Huh?
Well, what?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I was watching the trailer for Quantum, the one that they played last night at the award show and everything. Sam Lake, the guy who was the face render for Max in the first Max Payne, and also he's the writer of the first two and creator. So, yes.
Oh, I've got one more piece of news because it came up today. So Skullgirls is going to be delisted on PSN and Xbox Live Arcade because
I heard about that.
There's
Because Konami.
To be fair, it's because the company that made Skullgirls, or not necessarily the company that made it, but Autumn Games, they published it with Konami, and last month they split from Konami, and now there's basically argument over who owns the game because both of them own half of it, and so but there's going to be a new version of the game published that that Konami has no part in, and so they're trying to rush that out the gate so that people can have that instead of the one that Konami published. Otherwise, Skullgirls will not be available on consoles for a whole month.
Oh no, not on consoles.
Well, at least a month until the game gets done and then QA approves it.
Yeah.
Because QA basically ceases to exist on the 17th of December for Xbox at least because everyone just goes home.
And Skullgirls is good too.
I don't own it.
I picked it up on a sale.
I've played it quite a few times. It's just I'm not a big fighting game person. Well, I love watching people play fighting games. I'm not a big player of them because I recognize that I'm bad at them.
Same here.
I was gonna get it, but I just don't have any money, so I don't have it. I have Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That game's fucking awesome.
I still have to pick up that one, and I'm a big Tekken fan. So
Wow, way to
cry
suck.
yourself to sleep
I know.
tonight, Justin.
I know.
What kind of Tekken fan doesn't own the newest Tekken?
Come on, man.
Actually, I don't think it's the newest one. It's the second newest
Tekken
one.
Revolution is the newest one.
Yeah, but
right?
isn't that a free-to-play?
I think so.
I had no idea about that one. It's
Because I know they're making a Tekken free-to-play game.
Yep. Tekken Revolution's the free-to-play
Which doesn't have the character in it that I wanted. I voted for, but whatever. Because they had a community poll to add a new character, and they picked Sexy Vampire Girl instead of Tuna Fish.
oh man, come on!
I know.
They have a kangaroo, a raptor, a bear, a wooden statue. No tuna fish.
They added a new character to Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Simon. They added
Who did
Simon.
they add?
Simon from the Yogscast.
They added Honeydew.
Yeah, you need to buy it.
Yeah, it's
So-
$6.
What?
Except that all the money from it goes to charity. It's not like they're
that's
not
good.
keeping it. It's a charity thing.
That's good. Then.
Because they have more YouTube money than God.
No, Sega's not keeping the money from the DLC.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't see them doing that anyways when it's a tie-in. Oh, on YouTubers tying in with games, did you hear the news about Hey Ash, What You Playing and Saints Row 4, the new DLC?
Oh, yeah.
I heard
saw
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really I think it's cool that it's just oh, YouTubers are getting really involved with the gaming industry and people acknowledge them finally. But it's just it's not a good DLC, you know?
Especially when it's expensive.
Yeah, it's like it just adds homies. I mean,
Well, they did that with 3 also.
Yeah.
Like they had Cheapy D in 3, where you could call him up.
Okay,
Or sorry, the 3rd.
I think it's about time that we wrap this up because I got things to do.
I've
You
got
gotta
food.
take care of this hangover.
I'm not hungover. My voice is just. I drank a lot of whiskey, and I smoked some of those jazz cigarettes.
Jazz cigarettes.
Jazz
Devil's
cigarettes.
lettuce, how dare you?
To be fair, I didn't actually smoke jazz cigarettes. I just smoked hand-rolled cigarettes.
Okay. I was gonna say, what
I didn't
jazz
do any-
cigarettes? Like it's like
No, you don't know the term jazz cigarettes?
Do you not know what fucking jazz cigarettes is?
No
It's a yeah. Jesus.
wait, what? I probably know what it is. I just
It's
haven't.
just
heard
pot.
it.
It's just a joint.
Oh,
It's just a
okay.
joint. This is-
Strike this
I've
whole from the
never-
podcast.
That's
No,
why I said
it's-
devil's lettuce.
I've never heard it
Jesus.
called that. Okay.
No,
It's real
must be
old
it.
timey.
Hey,
Like my
jazz players,
mustache.
they did not smoke pot. They
Jazz cigarettes.
did heroin. You got it all wrong.
But no, I smoked a bunch last night. This is what I do when I get drunk, and then
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have a problem?
no. Normal people smoke cigarettes when they're drunk.
Intervention. Intervention.
There will be no intervention here. But
We will go
Most
for the
depressing episode of Dapper Gaming.
oh
It's
man.
okay. I'm kidding.
So, oh, and last thing, a big shout out and thanks to Silvermania Show for coming on last week. It pushed us back into the top 100 video game podcasts on Podomatic because we're the best. So, thank you guys for coming on.
And we're gonna bring
Yeah,
it down again to
stop
the
down even farther.
Yeah, we're gonna ruin
No.
all that.
We're gonna do worse than those podcasts in like the 600s that haven't posted in months. We're gonna
Yes,
be below them.
that's what we do. That's what Geek Juice is good at.
You're really selling it. So,
No, actually, that's not true. Some of our podcasts are really well known and pretty up there on like iTunes and stuff, like the 1201 Beyond podcasts that we have on there. But anyway, yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up. So thank you guys for watching and or listening to the 41st episode of the Dapper Gaming Podcast. Thank you and Dustin for you and Dustin. Thank you, Dustin and Brody. That's what I meant to say. For coming on the podcast. And we'll see you guys later.
You want me to sing the outro?
No.
All right, Dustin, we're singing the outro then.
Hard cut.
Oh man, that really hurt my ears.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, that part's
Ow.
getting cut. You're done.
Oh, God.